Check you out. What you mean? I would that never get for him.
So we did not expect today's activity in handing over our house to someone in need to become a campaign tool.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
No handouts! No handouts! No handouts! Cavalier
Hola. Goes to the equalization fund, which is controlled by Desmond McKenzie. If Portmore money a thief, it's not St. Catherine, it is Desmond McKenzie.
Mr. Patterson's comments on the SSL issue and his attempt to ascribe political blame to the current administration for fraud at the entity is unbecoming, misleading, and represents a new low for the ex-Prime Minister.
It is just sheer stupidity for them to pretend that this thing can happen and the opposition is not going to say anything about it. We're not creating any partisan issue out of it. This is a national issue.
They went again and tried to tell the people that Portmore money was going to St. Catherine. It is a lie from the bottom of the pit of hell. 90% of the money collected from land titling and property tax in Portmore goes back to Portmore. The other 10% goes to the equalization fund, which is controlled by Desmond McKenzie. If Portmore money a thief, it's not St. Catherine, it is Desmond McKenzie.
Now welcome back to another Exclusive Live. Now blessing goes out to all my viewers and all my subbies, all my well wishers. Like, share and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. Coming up in today's topic and review. Now blessing my viewers and my subscribers. I want to thank you so much again for tuning in to another exclusive for hot topic discussion and review. Now in today's update here we have number 28. When to did the handout to a citizen of Jamaica and the man politicalize the whole thing. Papa Jesus, it not look good. We also have Tom Tavares, Dwag Paw, father-in-law, run out pan PJ Patterson because PJ Patterson turn on the heat pan the SNL culprit them in Jamaica from number 28 and the whole crew. Now, this just show you the level of corruption in Jamaica. Because so fast, Mr. Tom Tavares was out to attack PJ Patterson, but he was so reluctant in coming out and speaking about Usain Bolt money that just disappeared suddenly. And if PJ didn't come out and speak on it, we wouldn't have heard nothing from the opposition party pertaining to this issue. Because we don't hear them come out and talk nothing about Usain Bolt getting back his money, more than what he's trying to defend is that is the PNP make Usain Bolt losing money. Listen, them labor right, them not easy, you know. Last week they must say a Usain Bolt make him lose him own money. Now, hear this man here. I come and say, a the PNP rob Usain Bolt money. Papa Jesus. Check out where I go on yourself. Mr. We also have Damien Crawford. Never hold back in speaking the truth. Boss out Desmond McKenzie head. And as usual, him a run to lawyer. But him a lawsuit. But Damien Crawford said a message to him. I'm going to read it for you. Damien Crawford said to Desmond, "Dear Desmond, I have received no such letter, and even if there is a letter, I will not apologize in 3,000 days. Worse, 3 days. Please change from millions to billions." That means you're wasting the time suing me for millions. Can you please change it for billions? Sue me for billions. Cause this millions something a joke thing. A billions more you for sue me for. Now, Jamaica Observer also posts a comment on it saying, opposition leader Senator Damien Crawford is facing the threat of a multi-million-dollar definition sue from Desmond McKenzie. And as me said, this is what them go on and do. And we know who start that trend? Number 28. As soon as number 28 start this thing about him a take him a sue. As they talk about him a sue, him a carry go court. You see it? All of them start follow the same thing. We can't talk about them no more because him turn them in a millionaire. Half of our money, give them how much billions to pay. So them can take it and sue we. God, we talk about them. After him say him a pay them that much money out of our money that them can perform good. And is this a good performance from them? And we a talk about them and I say him for fire them. And them a say, them a go sue we if you talk say, them a do corrupt work and them need to get fire. And we a go get sue. And this we country gone to under number 28 management. Because we know say, it's likely, me nah go say me know cause me don't know. But me go look into him and see him position where him hold because if something a go so, it near go so. But Damian Crawford say if, that's what he says, if any money a rob is Mr. Desmond McKenzie. He never said Desmond McKenzie rob. Him say if, so we are going to find out if money being robbed and we know who for all accountable. Because they actually say these old corrupt people that are in politics where things say because them have them little money, people can't talk the truth about them. Everything. Them a go sue, me a go sue, me a go sue. A time for the people them a Jamaica start drop some wicked lawsuit on uno. Me keep telling them but them nah hear. Uno fi start drop bare wicked lawsuit on the government them man and these politicians them man. Ain't time them do these corruption. And I hide it and I talk go on like uno want talk. And I come threaten everybody with lawsuit. That's all them do, lawsuit. And Damian Crawford, as you know, is not an individual where put him out a ground and talk. Him did give it to him.
They went again and tried to tell the people that Portmore money was going to St. Catherine. It is a lie from the bottom of the pit of hell. 90% of the money collected from land titling and property tax in Portmore goes back to Portmore. The other 10% goes to the equalization fund, which is controlled by Desmond McKenzie. If Portmore money a thief, it's not St. Catherine, it is Desmond McKenzie.
Hey, we no afraid of nobody, no afraid of nobody, we no afraid of nobody.
St. Catherine, it is Desmond McKenzie. Thief.
The government of Jamaica is saying that they're not borrowing any money. So I'm going to show you something now. Where one media house and a minister is saying that the government that do road works and they have to borrow no money. And there's another media house that said that the government of Jamaica in part of last year, 7 months, borrow over $100 billion. Now, which one is true? Because somebody got to be lying.
Minister Morgan also came out swinging, saying that unlike Mr. Golding's party, the Holness administration is able to undertake extensive road repair projects without borrowing.
The reason the government is able to do this, while previous governments, of which Mr. Golding was a part, were unable to do it, is because of how we have managed the economy. We have managed the economy in a way where, for the first time in a very long time, the government has been able to spend money to uplift the country without having to borrow.
Now watch this.
Now the details. The government of Jamaica borrowed $102.22 billion during the period April to November of this fiscal year. This was $2.15 billion or 2.2% more than projected for. Some $55 billion of this amount was obtained from the domestic market and $46.49 billion from the external sources.
So you notice anything different? Do you notice anything different? After listening to that, my shirt button wrong. Because that maths, not mathsing up. Somebody is lying to the Jamaican people. Who do you believe? Stay tuned for more right here, sir.
What you mean? How would that never get for him?
So we did not expect today's activity in handing over our house to someone in need to become a campaign tool.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now, if this is not desperation, it's a house the man hand over and turn it in a campaign. Now, my viewers, here we have Holness enter a community in northwest Manchester and him give a house to an individual. I don't know if this person is a GLP supporter or she's a PNP supporter. However, I know that from her expression, facial expression, body language, she's not too pleased about how the handout is being presented because
feel that you can campaign to intimidate. It seems like one beating in the local government was not enough. So you come for a second.
As you can hear, there is one whole heap of supporters, seems like, from the Jamaica Labour Party, and it seems like there is also supporters from the PNP party. Now, I don't know if the PNP supporters are upset about the fact that the Prime Minister maybe choose to give one individual in the community a house or help a certain individual in the community. As I said, I don't know if she's a Labourite or if she's a PNP. But to me know say because of the fact that this handover of this house politicalized, assign this give out. If them a show people ever it means away know say this lady doesn't vote for Holness or support the Jamaica Labour Party coming election, she might end up of that house burned down. Boy, now my viewers, you can imagine the Prime Minister come and get hand out a house to you and you hear the whole bag of show them out of your house and say, shower, no handout. You can imagine how this lady feel if she's a PNP. Papa Jesus, look at her face expression. I feel it for her, you know. I feel it for her, man. Cause me no know how number 28 a politicalize the thing in the car. You give the woman a little house. Where you bring out one bag of supporters behind you for brother? Papa Jesus, but tell us this money, man, my sample, you know. Just because what him want for sure say what him a give a little house, the man have a politicalize the woman thing, and I probably do man land, you know.
So we did not expect today's activity in handing over our house to someone in need to become a campaign tool.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Because of how everything is being unfolded. So maybe that's why she looks so tense. Now we can see number 28 reaching out to some of the PNP supporters which felt like they never want to shake his hand. Now we hear the Labourite supporters them say, oh, this is disrespect and wait. Only remember say everyone have them opinion, everyone have them choice. If the Labourite supporters see Mark Golding, they probably would do the same. Look how they style the man as this, they style him as all kinds of name. You understand? The point is, why is it that the Prime Minister always going into community and helping only a handful of people? How many persons are in the community? If you're going to help people in the community, you have to help everybody in the community. Because everybody in the community have needs and wants. These are the things that I'm saying will segregate the people and cause these discrepancy amongst the people them in the community. Cause how a person were in need, probably in a greater needs than this person where you give the house to. But you look past that person, whether that person Labourite or PNP, but you look past that person and help a next person. It should be a fact where you go in our community and you help every person in the community. That's what government does. Government no go around and pick out one who them want get. That's coming like favoritism. And these are one of the biggest problem in Jamaica in time it come to these hands over. Because I tell you say, come in this election, just because of how this handout was given over to this lady, it might be a problem for her. You can let me know your thoughts down in the comment section.
Many Jamaicans who will never forget were yet again disappointed when Mr. PJ Patterson attended a forum at the summit in St. Andrew and failed to apologize for his administration's reckless FINSAC policies, which destroyed more than 40,000 businesses and drove some Jamaicans to commit suicide, but nevertheless enriched a few individuals who remain connected and prominently positioned within the People's National Party.
Now we come to SSA. And I ask, how could any government in their right senses possibly think that the failure of a licensed institution to repay 200 investors whose money has vanished could become an issue of national secrecy?
Mr. Patterson's comments on the SSL issue and his attempt to ascribe political blame to the current administration for fraud at the entity is unbecoming, misleading, and represents a new low for the ex-Prime Minister.
It is just sheer stupidity for them to pretend that this thing can happen and the opposition is not going to say anything about it. We're not creating any partisan issue out of it. This is a national issue.
In his monologue last night, the former Prime Minister failed to note various media publications which cite documents revealing that many of the people impacted by the fraud at SSL, including the iconic Usain Bolt, had a substantial portion of their investments fleeced in 2012 and 2013 when the People's National Party was in government.
By my own profession and disposition, I don't like to engage in rumor, speculation, or gossip. I know there is a legal presumption of innocence to which all accused are entitled.
This took place while the ex-PNP administration was being warned by the FSC about misconduct at the entity, yet no effective measures were put in place to protect the investors.
It is a matter which is of concern to the entire nation and our standing in the world. And for them to have thought so borders on lunacy when one of the members is a living legend.
Partisan and the PNP's inappropriate move to name drop Usain Bolt in their misleading political rhetoric is unfortunate and betrays their increasingly callous desperation. Usain deserves better than having his name being used in a vulgar manner for political gain.
I want to be very clear. Nobody is singling out Bolt for any special treatment. He hasn't asked for it, and I don't think he expects it. But the widowers pensioners, and all the persons who were robbed have a compelling interest in finding out how the money goes.
Furthermore, Patterson's entire narrative concerning the SSL issue and his failure to properly address the FINSAC debacle has led many persons to conclude that he positioned himself at the focal point of the line when the ability to be shameless was being apportioned.
If anyone who thinks that whatever Miss Panton is accused of doing, if in fact she did anything could be done by her alone, must still believe that the world is flat. Justice demands that the thief or thieves be found and receivers of the stolen money, if any, end up where those who have been convicted by a court of competent jurisdiction go, where criminals belong.
Quite frankly, Mr. Patterson should adopt a contrite posture, clothe himself in the proverbial sackcloth and ashes, and tell the Jamaican people sorry for his administration's 18 missing years, which were characterized by destructive policies which hurt thousands of Jamaicans and set our country back several decades.
Bolt's money was not lost, it was stolen. Plain as daylight. We must not prejudice the right of fair trial of any accused. But there are issues which, according to our constitutional entitlement of free speech, demand ventilation and not a muzzle. In 1998, Mr. Eric Thompson would have had no legal recourse for a failure of his bank. But now, there's the FSC. Mr. Bolt has very competent lawyers. I do not intend or need to offer them legal advice. But what I would say is, if they have not already done so, the FSC had better pad up a top-class legal team. Because the question is going to arise, has there been a breach of its statutory duties? And they certainly expose themselves to civil action in our courts by any of the or all of the 200 investors whose money has disappeared
in a number of key areas of national life. The current Jamaica Labour Party administration will not be distracted as we continue to lead the recovery in the interest of Jamaica, land we love.
Now, my viewers, that was President of the Senate of Jamaica, Tom Tavares-Finson. Let me rephrase it. The most Honorable Tom Tavares-Finson, President of the Senate of Jamaica. Now, when you listen to the title of this individual, Mr. Vinson, you ought to thought that this man, with just his title, he would be someone like an honorable person. But from the little I've observed of this man, Mr. Vinson, he's just another corrupt, chilpy stronghold in Parliament that doesn't address nothing of the people them concern unless his suit is Prime Minister. Now, he haven't mentioned nothing about Usain Bolt money, you know. Is Prime Minister number 28 gone quiet on the whole issue pertaining to Usain Bolt money? Now, here we have the former Prime Minister, Mr. PJ Patterson, speak on the issue and saying that the government should prepare themselves for court because the FSC is a government body that connected to SSL, and they actually let go all of the individual them were pertaining to the SNL fraud. So as soon as Mr. Patterson come out and speak on the issue, here comes Dwag Paw father-in-law attack Mr. Patterson. No Dwag Paw father-in-law. A lot of people are here because of Dwag Paw. But who don't know who is Dwag Paw? The notorious Dwag Paw. Well, Dwag Paw is fame Mr. Vincent son-in-law, and he is the notorious clansman Dan. Cause as you know, Dwag Paw clansman, the one that was freed because of his connection to Mr. Vincent. And him come a road, and as soon as him come a road, him come on TV, you know, remember? And I say him done with crime and all of these things, and the next minute, you know, I duppy him. You don't forget. And these are the things what these people that have honorable name does. Because him daughter love bad man, and she have a son for a bad man. And it was also alleged in 2020 say she have a pregnant for Javalami, and who no know Javalami and him gun sang them. You understand? So where the daughter get that loving bad man from? I can't the mother, or from the father, from the same man right here. So that's why the daughter love bad man. Now him have a grandson where the father blood was bad blood. So the picnic must get the blood. And him come now a talk out about Mr. Patterson should not speak on Usain Bolt, and a talk about FINSAC from way back when. Most of those FINSAC people aren't alive. Do us the decency and talk about the people them right now that are alive in this SNL saga. We need to get back their money, and especially the Honorable Usain Bolt. Uno two out of order, man. Where you feel like say because you go come talk about FINSAC, we are going to forget about the 200 people that's alive right now. How many people from the FINSAC are alive right now? How many people get back their money? And don't X out on yourself that the FINSAC owners are connected to today SNL, where your government under number 28 open up back in 2013. So you can't get where, and you got caught. And even though you hold at the position there and you feel like say you is such a honorable, you should feel ashamed of yourself. Why you don't tell number 28 to come and speak on the issue? You're a big lawyer, you're a big OC, JC, PC, LC, OG, whatever, and you're so smart. Can you answer me? Cause me keep asking all of the labor right them, you know, and them can't answer me, you know. Why is it that number 28 felt that it was necessary to keep the workers them arm as SNL for keep working for the 5 laptop them get stolen? Why did people just thief the laptop them? Why was it so important for whoever steal the laptop them? Wanna ask the question, answer. Why is it that the report from the investigation still haven't been released? All of these answer question. Andrew number 28 I forgot answer in court whether you like it or not, Mr. Vincent. So you better make sure say, as you hear PJ Patterson say, make sure say you saddle up yourself, because you were quick to take on the madman who wanna say we kill the news reporter Barbara Gale. You big top man, you just want to take on madman. Because all the time, the police, them at Jamaica, anytime these incidents happen, it's only madman who can find and arrest madman, and like who take people for fool. And I just one question me want to ask you, because I would love to be the prosecutor in this case, to challenge you. Because you a OC, you are this and you have so much degree and you have got high school and you got everything, but me just have common knowledge. Why is it that a madman went inside Miss Barbara Gale house, unalive her, yeah, drive out her car off of the compound and go dash it away in a bush, want me son to capture the man? But have you ever asked yourself, people, how did the man enter the compound? See the pictures there, that's the entrance. How did he enter? Even if him jump and entered, how did he come back off of the gated community with the car without the security them assistance? So why is it is only one madman who no arrest for this crime? Who no take people for fool? Why haven't the security them at the gate? Because if that my family, you know, the security them at the gate have to get arrested, you know, because they must be a part of it. Because it's a gated community and there is no way all the man does drive off the van off of the community anytime security at the gate. A conspiracy, and this big top honorable man choose to run, fly, go take up this case, say him have to defend this man because it was alleged that Miss Barbara Gale had information because she was a news reporter that she wanted to release. And however, but as I said, it is alleged, but it's strange, and these strange things keep happening underneath this government. And if you talk, you becomes a target, or you might end up disappear like magic.
Hello, Jamaica. The Jamaica Labour Party rejects as a clear attempt to distract from serious questions which he has not sufficiently answered regarding the PNP KCMC corruption scandal, the move by embattled Mayor of Kingston, Andrew Swaby, to appoint a so-called advisory committee for the KCMC. Mayor Swaby's announcement of an advisory committee, in our view, is a clear attempt to trick the people of Jamaica into believing that the KCMC under his leadership is serious about principles of integrity, transparency, and accountability. Andrew Swaby must answer several questions, including, but not limited to, the following. Is he aware that a senior member of his administrative staff has been vetting the political affiliation of residents of the corporate area before determining whether to offer assistance from the coffers of the KCMC? What effective action has he taken to address the aforementioned victimization, which has been confirmed in conversations which have leaked across social media? Did the embattled PNP General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell speak the truth when, on December 22 of last year, he told the then PNP caretaker for Central Kingston, Lawrence Rowe, that the KCMC is sending monies to PNP caretakers on a strategic basis? Does Mayor Andrew Swaby view the arrangement referenced by Dr. Dayton Campbell in the leaked audio as corrupt? What did he, Andrew Swaby, mean when he is heard in leaked audio saying he has spent monies far and wide to quote-unquote
Mr. Big Bear, the last time you come, me tell you, say, make sure say you go at the gym and do not wear no more of your girlfriend bra come on here and talk about Dayton Campbell. And me tell you that clearly because if you, with your like a small balls them, you need to get some big balls and come talk about the corruption where Andrew Holness are going with in the country. If you want me to believe what you have to right here. So if not, take your complaint to the court. Why you want Dayton Campbell and the mayor for come talk to you? Who is you, Big Bear? Man, take it to the court, Big Bear, and make sure the next time you come back on here, make sure you go to the gym. Because that's the only way the nation are going to take you seriously. Because you is a joke. Because you not address no injustice in your party. You are the most biggest Big Bear hypocrite me ever see. Come down, Big Bear.
To gel up the thing and to ensure the PNP wins constituencies across the corporate area. Can he, Andrew Swaby, confirm that dozens of PNP caretakers visited the premises of the KCMC in December of 2024 and collected money from the corporation to further their campaign activities? Was he aware of this, and what did he do about it? Why did his administrative staffer tell a PNP caretaker that the money collected is, quote-unquote, not for public knowledge? Were monies from the KCMC used to support Labor Day 2024 activities by PNP caretakers. The Jamaica Labour Party renews its call for both Andrew Swaby and Dr. Dayton Campbell to resign in light of the PNP KSMC corruption scandal. Jamaicans will not be fooled by the PNP's usual tactic when faced with corruption scandals of setting up committees and throwing around buzzwords such as integrity, transparency, and accountability. Both Andrew Swaby and Dayton Campbell must go. They ought to do the appropriate thing and resign.